Hi, this is Rhonda from Comprehensive Grants Management. Today I would like to talk to you about successful winning grant application submissions. Grant writing is a skill, it is an occupation, and you don't hear about too many people growing up saying they want to become grant writers, even though I do think I know one person. I became a grant writer by default. I have several years of grant writing experience and grant management experience. And I started a particular job managing a department. And my boss told me that I was responsible for the grant submissions for my department. It was basically a social services department. So by default, I became a grant writer. So fast forward to today and several successful grant submissions and grant awards. I can share with you my experience literally starting from the ground up. So I have 3 tips that I would like to share, and then maybe in the next video I'll share 3 more tips. The first tip is to immerse yourself in the guidelines regarding the grant and the grant application. That is your request for proposal, your RFP, your notice of opportunity, but your NOFA, your notice of opportunity for application, all these different acronyms, NOFA, NOFO, LOI, letter of intent, letter of inquiry to move you closer to the grant application. But basically, it is the guidelines for you to successfully complete and submit your grant. Immerse yourself. That is your blueprint for submitting a successful winning grant application. It provides you with all the information that you need, from eligibility to submission. And so that's where I would spend my time, especially in the beginning when I first started. Even today, I still do. You may have to read that document several times. You may have to take notes. You may have to put it down and come back to it. You may have to create your own summary or checklist of the key elements of the grant information that's required. But knowing your blueprint, which is your guidelines for successfully completing a grant application, will save you a lot of heartache. Because if nothing else, when you do submit your application, your grant application, you will feel confident that you understood and complied with all the requirements of the grant application or the funder. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, find someone who has already written and was awarded the grant that you now are trying to apply to. It doesn't matter who it is, what organization they're from. You can Google grantees for the grant that you're trying to write for. Call that organization. They will direct you to the grant writer or the development director or whomever won that grant, because it's a success. And so organizations, when they're in that moment of glee for being successful, for submitting a well-written, well-received grant application, they like to share. They like to boast a little bit, and that's your opening. And I would suggest to speak to at least 3 to 5 grant writers. Some that have written the grant that you're writing for, some who have just been in the business of writing grants for years, there is so much information that you can learn from a seasoned grant writer. And so my third tip is, if you are unsuccessful in winning or receiving a grant award after your submission, typically you can request a debriefing by the evaluator or the funder as to why the grant was not awarded. Many times, professionals do not want to hear why they weren't awarded. It kind of hits the ego a little bit. And I understand. You put all the work and energy into it. Everyone knows you're writing the grant. You get the notice. Everyone is aware, the organization didn't win. You wrote the grant. I get it. But the purpose of requesting a debriefing is to learn and to improve to the next time for the opportunity to submit a successful winning grant. And most funders will give you either a opportunity to actually have a consult or written documentation. But either one, it's very invaluable. And my bonus tip regarding submitting successful winning grant applications: there is no substitute for hard work, dedication, and persistence. So this is Rhonda with Comprehensive Grants Management. I hope those tips will help you in your next grant application that you're writing for. If you'd like to learn more about our grant writing services, please contact us at www.comprehensivegrants.com. That's www.comprehensivegrants.com. Thank you for your time and continued success in serving your communities.